you'll remember that there's been reports of much greater need here in KZN, and of course the residents that have been affected can use whatever help that they can get, and it is also business people that we're seeing coming forward to assist and set up, their own distribution centers, such as this one that we're in. We're at the F section in KwaMashu, where, everybody that's coming to deliver whatever they have in their wardrobes, in their fridges and whatever, bring it here, and then it will be distributed across, like my colleague Ugift showed you earlier on, the kind of clothes that we're seeing here being donated, as well as some food items. You'll remember another thing that is of great need here on the ground is the issue around water, and we're seeing more and more of those water bottles still coming. This, of course, as we wait for water infrastructure to be properly fixed. I'm joined now by the Secretary General of the KwaMashu Business Chamber, Nati Ngwenya. Nati, I want us to talk about, the systems that you've been able to form. You told me earlier on about an interesting one within the taxi industry itself and how they've organized themselves, doing somewhat of a drive to try and get these donated items to the center where you then distribute them.
Yes. No, thanks a lot, Linda. Basically, as local business people under the KwaMashu Business Chamber, we've tried to coordinate everybody who's within the community and even outside to say, let's come together to assist in this flood disaster. And today is day 6 of us operating on the ground. So what we've done so far is to get all other shelters in different areas within KwaMashu, within Inanda, within Ntuzuma, Ilindelani, etc., so that everything gets to be coordinated centrally, which is here. So every help that we get, people bring the stuff here, and then from there because we've got a live database, of what is needed in which area, then that's when, to avoid any duplication, then we allocate, those donated items in that fashion. And as you rightfully said, some of the clothing that you see here, we've approached the KwaMashu Business Chamber, the KwaMashu Taxi Association, to say, if there's any community member who wants to donate anything, they simply can put it in their call it black plastic bag. If they see any taxi outside, then they stop that taxi, they give it to the taxi. The taxi driver will then take that item to the nearest taxi rank. Then from there, our volunteers collects it and bring it into the center. So that, as you can see, there are clothing for kids, for adults, and all of that. So over the past few days, that's what we've been doing. Obviously, the need evolves. From day one when we started, people wanted. We had to prepare them hot meals because they had left, they were left with nothing at the time. And as we getting groceries from different donors, then we started, to send it through to those centers as well. So now we have clothing, we have sponges, blankets, and all the essentials that people need. But also, what is more critical now, it's water, because most of the infrastructure, was damaged. So water is a serious a commodity that is needed. So we also appealing to everybody to come to KwaMashu F section at Kanyiseni Hall to drop off anything that they can drop off to assist.
Well, you as businesses are offering this support and this aid, of course. Your businesses, I asked the Deputy Minister earlier on, and he did concede that, in fact, even your businesses have been affected by this. Talk to us about how your businesses are doing and what local businesses are saying about the floods and how they've been impacted, and whether aid is coming for those who literally lost everything.
Very true. There are local businesses who were affected by the floods. So others, they lost the roof. Others, it's small bakeries, which their equipment was affected. Others are private crèches. So it's a different kind of businesses. But as and when within the operations center here, we are collecting all the information daily so that we have a live database of who needs what wherever, you know.
All right. There you have it, Natingwenya there, talking to us about the greater need here on the ground to begin an important system that they have formed. It seems all hands are on deck and everybody's just coming together, which is what is great, right, about what has happened here, seeing people from all walks of life really coming together to try and rebuild and assist the community. I find it quite intriguing and interesting that, the taxi industry has come up with this model where they basically tell community members who have anything to donate to just give it to a taxi, that the first taxi that you come across, give it to the taxi driver in a black plastic bag. As they drive and drop off commuters, when they get to the taxi rank, they then take that item and put it there. The volunteers who are also in this particular hall will also then go to those taxi ranks to collect those items and bring them here where it's central, where they know where the need is, and then they'll be distributed in that sense. And Nati, they're talking also about the issue around businesses who are also getting the same help from this particular center. So it seems the work really to rebuild is really ongoing to begin.